Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday, March 24th. It's early for me. I'm glad to be here in the afternoon. I had a little bit of time off, so I thought, why not do my Citadel reading earlier rather than later? So here I am. And today we are continuing our week of the Daily Stoic. My friend Kyle has it too. He's been reading it since July, he says. I don't know when I got this book. Maybe last summer, I'll have to look. Or maybe it did come out this past summer, but I highly recommend it. From the Citadel. Highly recommended. 5 stars. And this week we're on just this daily reading. He has one for 366 meditations on wisdom, perseverance, and the art of living. The message for today from Ryan Holiday is, there is philosophy in everything. This is from Discourses by Epictetus. Eat like a human being, drink like a human being, dress up, marry, have children, get politically active, suffer abuse, bear with a headstrong brother, father, neighbor, or companion. Show us these things so we can see that you truly have learned from the philosophers. I would say, he's saying, just live your life. Once you live, people can see how you react, how your philosophy is lived out. There is a lot of people, and I was one of them when I was younger. I think it comes with age. The older we get, the more we shh, and our actions kind of speak for what we do. Somebody can study, somebody can, read all the books and get all the wisdom and talk the talk. But if they don't walk the walk or their actions don't match their words, you can always tell a person if they really believe what they say by their actions, by the fruits that their life produces, by their results. And I love the saying, and it keeps me honest, results don't lie. What are the results in my life? I can get on here all day and say, oh, I've read all these self-help books, I study psychology, blah, blah, blah. But if my life's a mess, there's a discord. So it's about congruency with what we live and our philosophy of life. You can tell everybody's philosophy if you just stare at people. People watch. Look at people in your life, your family, your friends. You can tell what philosophy, how they think, how they conceptualize life. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't, and it's not our place to judge. We can choose to either be around them or be around them. I love this quote. It said, you can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. Let that sink in. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. That's good, huh? I love that. So Ryan Holiday kind of adds commentary to this quote from Epictetus. He says, Plutarch, a Roman biographer as well as an admirer of the Stoics, didn't begin his study of the greats of Roman literature until late in life. But as he recounts in his biography of Demosthenes, he was surprised at how quickly it all came to him. He wrote, it wasn't so much that the words brought me into a full understanding of events as that somehow I had a personal experience of the events that allowed me to follow closely the meaning of the words. If you hear something, if you hear someone's story and you're like, oh, I've been through that, you know it, but you also know it. You've experienced it. There's a difference between theory and experience. We've talked like women who, if you've ever given birth, you can read all the books you want about how to give birth and what to expect, but it's totally different than you're in the hospital room delivering and actually giving birth, the act of giving birth. No one can prepare you for that knowing. It's ineffable. There's no words that can describe. Hi, Jim. Hi, Miriam. So he says he finally got it, what the philosophers were saying, what Epictetus was saying. Go out, live your life, experience these things. That's how you truly know that you understand life. You don't just sit in your house all day and read books and tell people what to do. You've lived it, and it's a balance between, studying, taking in, and then producing, acting. He continues, this is what Epictetus means about the study of philosophy. Study, yes, but go out and live your life as well. It's the only way that you'll actually understand what any of it means. And more important, it's only from your actions and choices over time that it will be possible to see whether you took any of the teachings to heart. A teacher can teach kids lessons all day, but when they watch them go out on the playground, say they just had a lesson on being kind and sharing, and then they watch the kids go out to the playground and then they see some kids got it. Some kids are sharing, and then some kids are just doing the same old thing they've always done. They didn't hear. They didn't take in the lesson. And so many times we do that. It's that knowing doing gap. We know better, but we don't always do better. Be aware of that today when you're going to work, going on a date, deciding whom to vote for, calling your parents in the evening, waving to your neighbor as you walk to your door, tipping the delivery man, saying goodnight to someone you love. All of that is philosophy. All of it is experience that brings meaning to the words. That's really good. I think what I took from this today is there's philosophy, there's ideas, there's thoughts. We can ruminate and think and have it be in our logical mind. You know what I'm getting. But until we get emotionally involved with it and we really feel it and we're congruent on both levels, then we will live an authentic, congruent life and people will trust us. People will like to be around us because we actually do what we say. Have you ever been around someone who's teaching something and you're like, there's something off. You just have this weird feeling that you hear the words that are coming out of their mouth, but you don't feel that they know it. And then you might do research and you're like, why are they teaching that? They haven't even done it themselves. And I know people, they come from a good heart. They want to help. They want to teach, but it's only until you live it. You live that experience. And I think I've shared before, when I was in my 20s, I wanted to help. I wanted to do everything, but I needed to live first. Now it's in my bones. I hope you can feel it. I have read these books over and over, and I know I've lived it. I've shared my stories. And that's who I love to learn from. I always used to love listening to, my mentors speak and lecture. And I'm like, oh, how do they do it? I just want to do that. I had to wait. I had to live. I had to get that lived experience. You can't rush lived experience. It takes 20 years to get 20 years of experience. So that was our reading for today of our Daily Stoic, Ryan Holiday. Thank you for watching as always. And then tomorrow is our last Thursday of mindfulness and mindset, 5 p.m. Pacific. The link I will put in here. Share it. I hope you're there, and then share it with your friends. And I hope to see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you as always. Have a wonderful evening.